or if you're new, hello, my name is Megan. Today we are going to do my week 1 and week 2 of my July spending tracker. This is just a way for me to look at my spending and reflect on how much I have for the next following week and look at a monthly glance how I'm doing. So first off, we're going to do my monthly budget here, write in all the categories and put my budget in. Then we will zoom you guys out. We will look at my daily spending and then we will fill out week 1 and week 2. Just so you know, these are my budget sheets from my Etsy shop. It's called BudgetQueenShop. So go check it out if you're interested. It looks really blue on the camera because the sun is like directly above my house. So sorry that the lighting is really not good in this video. It looks blue against the paper while filming. Also, don't be alarmed. I have a band-aid here because my mosquito bites. I scratched them because I am allergic to them. So just so you know, I have a lovely band-aid on just to not gross you guys out as much as I did in the last video. So now it's time to fill in our categories. So our first category is groceries. Next is gas. I'm really trying to write as steadily as I can because it does shake the tripod. So when I was editing my last video, it was kind of bothering me, but this is the only setup I can make out of what I have. So yeah, that's it. Kids, household, and I'll explain these categories in a second. So groceries, gas, eating out, my husband's spending, my spending, kids, household, and other. I wanted to stick to $200 a week for my family for the month, so $800 for groceries. Groceries and all these categories are different for everyone, no matter where you live. So this is definitely personal to you. So groceries, gas, I budgeted $100. My husband uses the car to go to work, and we have been going out to like the parks and stuff more now that it's open, and we went to the beach a couple times, so that's why our gas budget is a little higher. Eating out budget is a little higher because I noticed that we keep going over our really tight budget, so I decided to get a little bit more into that category so we have a little bit more wiggle room to spend some money eating out, because in the summertime we just go crazy. For our allowances, we have $20 each. I noticed that we were going above that category as well. And then kids, I have $150. Household, I have $50. And other, which is a miscellaneous category, is $50. Just so you know, I have 2 kids as well. So that total is $1,270. So pretty decent. That's on the low end of what I've budgeted in the last couple months, but for us, we really need to stick to a tight budget, so that's what I put it as. So now I'm going to write the dates for the week 1 spending. So it's from when my husband gets paid, from the 26th all the way to the Thursday leading up to the Friday. So the 26th to the 2nd. And then week 2 is the 3rd to the 9th. And then what we do is we just write in those categories again. Some people have different categories each week. You know, I wanted to make this versatile for everybody, so my sheets are very simple. It's a pain to kind of fill it in every time, but if you have different categories each week, then it's helpful. Kids, household, and other. And then we'll just do the same on the other side. So while I'm writing, I just want to explain that this video is coming out today. I will have my bi-weekly budget number 1 results video coming out tomorrow, and then I'll have my monthly debt update coming out on Tuesday. So here, I'll just look. So what day is it today? Today is the 12th. This video will come out the 12th. Tomorrow will be bi-weekly budget number 1 results, and then the 14th will be the monthly debt update, which I'm super excited to share with you guys. Oops, spend, kids. going on a trip and then coming back, I have so many videos to film, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I was going to film a lot yesterday on Saturday, but with going camping for a week, I had so much cleaning to do. Like, my house was kind of in shambles, so I needed to organize that first. Anyways, let's zoom out now and look at what I've spent the last 2 weeks. So yeah, lots of spending has happened in the last 2 weeks. 1.5 pages, which is crazy because I only usually do a page for 2 weeks. This includes like everything, bills, income, that kind of thing. So that's why you see so much. Anything in the category that says expenses is my obviously expenses categories. So you can see expenses here, and then the description is what the actual category is. So groceries, gas, all that kind of stuff. So we'll just go down the list for week 1. So we're just going to focus on week 1 right now. So week 1, we only spent $38.71 on groceries. We were really good at just getting what we needed before I got a crap ton of food from for our camping trip. So I knew that leading into week 2, we would be spending a ton of money on groceries. So I really focused on just getting milk and, you know, the essentials. So that's that. So what you do now to get your category balance is you take your monthly amount, subtract it by your spend, and that gives you the new category balance going into week 2. So for me, I had $761.29 remaining for groceries. For gas, you can see here that I spent $50, so that's that. If we had a budget of $100 and we spent $50, we still have $50. For eating out, we didn't spend anything, as you can see. So we're just gonna put a 0. And then we had a budget of $80, so that's $80 still. For my husband's spending, he spent $25.75, and we had a budget of $20 each, so he is over $5.75, which is okay, but not when you get into week 2 because he overspent like crazy. Obviously, that's how it goes, I guess. For week 1, I didn't spend anything. I didn't spend anything on the kids. So for me, I still had $20, and then for the kids, I still had $150. And then for household, you can see that I spent $7.99 up there, $7.99. So I still had $42.01. And then for other, I didn't spend anything as well. So I still had $50. So now you just add up what you spent, and I spent $122.45, which is absolutely crazy. That is super awesome that I was that low with spending. So that's that. I ended up getting a ton of groceries on the 3rd to go camping and that kind of stuff. So you'll see in week 2 here I spent a ton of money. So category balance for that is $1,147.55. That's that. Now we'll go to week 2. This is where it gets a little crazy. I definitely do have some of these dates wrong. My husband and I went through it really quick, and when you're going back by 2 weeks, I really didn't focus on the dates. I just wanted to make sure I got all the transactions and that we weren't off. So some of these dates might be a little off. I think that some of these groceries were in week 1, but that's okay as long as we have them tracked. It doesn't matter what week you're in. So let's just go down the list. Groceries, $148.70. That was for definitely my camping trip, so I think that was on the 3rd. And then let's go down the list. Oh, down here, $26.45 and $61.36. And then when we got home, we did a big shop. My husband needed a lot of stuff for work and whatnot, so $59.39 and $141.30. So lots of spending in the grocery category. We spent $437.20. These are all supposed to be dollar signs. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I just film and then I realize after while I'm editing that I didn't do it how I usually do, which is super annoying. Anyways, for gas, let's see what I spent. I got $38.02 there. I think that's when I filled up just before I left for the camping trip, so that date is definitely wrong. And then $42 there. My husband had to fill up his parents' car before he left to come meet me at camping. So for gas, we spent $80.02. Oh, I forgot to do the category balance. So $761.29 subtract $437.20. I still have $324.09 for groceries, which is pretty good. As you can see, I had $50. I spent $80.02. I overspent by $30.02. Again, I think that some of this gas money should have gone for the camping budget because it was for driving to camping, but as long as it has a category and is in the budget, it really doesn't matter. As well as groceries, like if I knew that the groceries would last longer than the camping trip, then I put them under groceries. So I hope that makes sense a little bit for you guys. Anyways, for eating out, I spent $16.25. That was on the way out to camping. I got a coffee and got my son a cookie and a sandwich or whatever. I can't remember. And then for this one here, $61.98. We didn't see my in-laws for the whole week, so we went there on Thursday night, and my husband thought it would be a great idea to pay for everybody's takeout. I nearly had a heart attack when my husband said that we were paying for dinner that night because there was 6 adults and 2 kids. So had a little heart attack, but we did have the extra money. Also, just so you guys know, we don't go into debt if we spend extra by accident. If we have the money and we make that executive decision, then we spend that money how we want. We do not go into debt by the spending whatsoever, by the way. So eating out, we spent $78.23. So we have $177 left over. So we completely used our eating out budget. So hopefully we stick to that. For my husband's spending, where did it go? Husband spending $29.99, $25.75, $24.72. Yeah, he went a little crazy. He had to get a ton of work stuff like new gloves. He got a couple new pairs of sunglasses, which was like the $24 one. So he just went a little crazy and he feels bad for it, but that's okay. So we are over in that category by $86.21. For my spending, I spent $41.54 on who knows what. I cannot even remember what I spend that money on. But stuff happens, so I am negative $21.54. My writing is going really bad. Anyways, for the kids, you can see here $122.93 and nothing on the backside for them. For this stupid camping trip, my son happened to grow out of his shoes, like his runners. He did not have a pair of sandals. He only had Crocs, but those are not good for camping or running around in. My daughter also needed a pair of runners and a new pair of sandals. Like, it was just absolutely nuts how much they needed. Also, she needed a can of formula and diapers, and oh my god, you guys, it was just a ton of stuff that like I needed at that exact moment. It was super annoying when that happens, but you know, it sucks when my son grows out of a pair of shoes in a month to 2 months, so that's just mom life. So household $169.62 here. Nothing on the backside for household. My husband had to do quite a bit of repairs as we are going into summer. We like to keep up with the house maintenance because this is not our house. We rent this house and we like to keep it in really good shape. So he ended up having to do a bunch of stuff. This includes stuff with the garden too, like he had to make like a pea fence and get some tomato plants or whatever, like the things that hold up the tomato plants. Anyways, so we were negative $172.61. And then last but not least is other, which is like the best category. $8.95 there, $12 there, $46.08 there, and as you can see, $325.90. My husband's work boots broke like completely, so he needed a new pair. The pair that he wanted was $325.90. They're just way better quality than the ones that he's been getting previously. And as you know, in my budget, I plan to start saving for those boots for like January. So we were gonna put like $50 a month towards them until January. But since my husband's boots ended up having to crumble away all of a sudden, he had to get those. So we are adjusting the budget to reflect that need of new boots. So $392.93, and we are over in that category by $342.93. So yeah, lots of spending in week 2. I knew that would happen with the camping budget and going out of town. That's just like what happens. So for spent, we spent $1,402.93. So we are over by $255.38. I had a heart attack too, guys. Do not worry. So moving forward, we are already over budget. If we have weeks like week 1 for week 3 and week 4, we'll be fine. I'm fine with going over budget by like $500 because of the boots. That was really not expected. And this is a miscellaneous category, so I had to put it under there. As you can see, I don't have any wiggle room to add another category. Like car maintenance down here, I had to fill in its own category, so I'm running out of space, so I just put it under other, or else I would have made his own category. So that's what that's looking like. A little bit scary, but again, we don't go into debt over this. We had the money to spend, or else I wouldn't have got those boots for my husband. If we really needed it, we would have pulled that money from savings and then, you know, eventually paid the sinking fund money back into the savings. But we had the extra money, so don't worry. We are actually making very good progress on our debt snowball. As you can see, we spent $552 here on debt snowball, and then we spent $78.19 on debt snowball. We paid off my husband's credit card. We paid $4,600 in just over 2 months. And we are starting on my credit card. So that's why I'm so excited to film the monthly debt update video on Tuesday for you guys, so you can actually see my progress, even though we are overspending like crazy. Not on purpose, it's just, it happens, it's daily life. I should have known that in the summer we like to spend a little bit more, and I should have adjusted the budget for that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.